right in the heart with a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on me. Don't wipe their feet when they enter the lab. I feel a cold stare. Think I ain't looking. Maybe because I'm focused. No hands out for the hopeless. Funny bullets, I caught some shots. Another piece of the puzzle connecting dots. You can find the truth of laughter and liquor. One more shot to an empty bottle. If she gon' walk in like a model for me, like I don't see her intentions all in my scope. At a time we were just friends, with advice to land. Nothing special, I was dead broke, but we still got hope. Don't take my words, just pack and issue that raw dough. Just pack and issue that raw dough. Pack and issue that raw dough. To the people that listen to my people, they know that I do care. With their hands in the air, rocking side to side. Now my work, yeah, it's time to ride. Where my niggas at? My niggas ain't my niggas no more. Push me to the back, label to change up its swag. I do it for us, I'm pro-black. Don't rock it the shit, yeah. Wouldn't be so all type of African shit. Just rock a table page, swag a tailor-made. Polo collars and fly kicks. Just polo collars and fly kicks. Exclusive shit, not get wig. Keep it coming, just don't stop. The revolution starts with shot.
I'm respectful to my people, and I want to represent my people, and I don't want to be a bad representative. I can't be blind, let the blind lead the blind, they all follow me good.
Now my mama said, baby, act like you got sense. They act like I only act right for Lent. Been living in purgatory, brown nosing for heaven. Not sure if I'm getting in, cause I ain't paid a reference. Who looking at me when I ain't looking, judging my character? I can't put down my guard on this planet, back in the camera. Ready for my close-up, the lens gets bigger. Won't play me on BET, cause I am not a nigga. My heart is like a powder keg, ready to explode. Smell like strange food, cause I'm America's cologne. It started with the hello, think you're a nice fellow. You're ballin' like Carmelo, you treat you like Othello. L.A.R. we the stars, turn a rapper to a prophet. Bulletproof 306, keep your hands in your pocket. Jordan rules for my life, you contain them, can't stop them. I'm niggas sky high, so the clouds can't drop them. My life is like a miracle, my words are just imperial. I'm edible, I'm audible, I'm digital, I'm visual. Spit like Komodo, go like Bruce Lee, Roy B. And the mean as bad as Mofo in the dojo. Life is so amazing and raps like Jesus. They said hip hop is dead, but today look like Easter.
Now I wake up in the morning, I'm black and handsome as ever. However, you see me as strange fruit, will it ever happen, not again. A crook and just a homicide, he know it's self-defense. But since I'm black and since he white, he got no common sense. That's 1969, and he ain't Jesus Christ. He ain't coming back on Easter, he ain't got a second life. You know I'm right? Hold up, look. Now the sirens in my window here, pull it over. License and registration, gun ain't never in the holster. Plus, that man black too, he wanna act too. A nigga with an attitude and a badge too. A couple tattoos, hoping I act a fool so he can squeeze too. But it ain't nothing different, they the same thing. They pull him over, he gon' get the same thing. Maybe two up in his brain, 21 gun salute. Last words was I'm a copy, last heard fuck you. And he ain't coming back, you know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, y'all say goodbye. Everybody cry, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone. And now she on welfare. Lost said that they can't live there, so we ain't there. And life ain't fair, but the food free and the rent cheap. His roaches where you sleep. He still came around and taught you baseball. Bought a Barbie doll, he raised all of y'all. And now the kids adults, they both up in the court. She want that child support, he on that child support. But he ain't never taught him baseball, and she ain't never bought him Barbie dolls. They both never there, no, never, not at all. Saying, well, pull your pants up, girl, why your ass out? They looking back saying, why, y'all ain't ever in the house? You got it backwards, don't you? I'm saying, cause we still preaching unity. And it's supposed to be family first in community. Got it in church to $1 for your blessing. We made in God's image, thinking we're Saint's mind. They got us crossed up, now Judas is Caesar. America bury me, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Yeah, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, y'all say goodbye. Everybody cry, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone.
Good morning. Good morning, good people. You see the thumbnail. I wish I would have used a different picture because that's like Samuel L. Jackson from A Time to Kill. And I'm using that for something else when I make a regular video. But the frustration is what I'm trying to get out. But he actually used his anger in a positive way. But the title is, being bitter hasn't helped you. And a lot of times when you're making videos, you're making content, and in some ways when it revolves around a relationship content, sometimes when it revolves around politics, religion, race, class, what happens more times than not is you got people commiserating, around bad situations, and people are mad at life and things that happen to them in life. But and that, which is understandable, things happen to you, it hurts you, sabotage you, break your heart, makes you upset. It's all, I get all that. But there are too many people out here who just really bitter because they're too lazy to actually make the effort to change their life. And some of y'all don't realize, you're a bad influence to yourself. Yeah, life might have dealt you a short hand, but you point the finger at everybody else like, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that, they did that. But you quit on you way more than you got hurt by life. But you're not gonna say that. You're not gonna say, yo, you know what? I use this situation to quit on myself. So being bitter hasn't helped you. It just reinforces, you know what, I'm gonna never really try because what happened to me last time was this, that, and the third, and they did this to me and I quit. I've had a lot of things happen to me in life, a lot. But I don't necessarily live by the get rich or die trying mantra, but if it doesn't work, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna always do something. I'm not gonna give up on life because I'm mad. And a lot of times when you make content and people talk about things, this sometimes, while I've been sick or whatever, and I've made lives instead of actual videos, and this has happened for years. I remember when me and O'Shea used to do the brother pill, and they used to call in, and they'd call in and they'd be upset, but they don't know the topic. You bitter, but it ain't help you because you don't pay attention. You see a topic on YouTube and somebody is talking about a particular thing, and your bitterness kicks in, and you gotta type out, it's because of such and such and such and such. Shut up, man. Shut up. It ain't because of such and such and such and such. We talking about sports. You talking about the black female is trifling, bro. We were just talking about basketball. Where did that come in? What? Being bitter hasn't helped you because you're dumber, because you're thinking about the wrong thing in the wrong situation. It don't help you. You use your energy and your anger and your emotions to propel you forward. You don't use that to stay bitter and stay stagnant. If you bitter because of something and you staying stagnant, the only reason you're doing that, you're using whatever happened to you really as a way for you to not actually live life. So being bitter hasn't helped you. Then you got these people out here who, truth be told, they're bitter because of what happened to them. But in all honesty, they have a pretty good life. They have a pretty good life. And what happened to them made them bitter, but that's like they have a little bit of adversity, a little bit of rejection. Their life is pretty sweet, but because they don't have, they don't really have adversity or back-to-back adversity, they don't actually have struggle like that. They take the few little times that something actually happened to them, and then they're bitter for life. And it's like, look, you ain't really, and when people try to tell other people, you ain't really been through enough to be this bitter. You had a good childhood. You had a good teenage years. You had a good family, a good upbringing, a good life. You had a good young adulthood. And then something happened, and then all of a sudden, life sucks. Everything sucks. This is ridiculous. Nothing's worth anything. And it's like, shut up. Because that's not helping you. It's not. It's not. People are being upset just for the idea, just to have a struggle story. It don't make sense. And we used to get on it with the ladies who every story that ever happened to them in life is because of a man. A man. The reason I didn't do this because of a man. I went to school and I got a good education and I got with a man and I failed. I got a good job and then I got with a man and I didn't show up to work and I quit my job and now I'm struggling because of a man. No, that man was your excuse to be a quitter. Being bitter, and now that you bitter, now you're looking for another man to come along and make sure you never have to work a day again in your life. You're bitter. It don't do nothing for you. You're just a quitter. You're just a bitter person who uses that to become a quitter. That's it. It's not really doing anything for your life. It's not. You got people out here who got overweight, obese, out of shape. Instead of because how can I put this? Because you need to love me for me. What's up, Temptation? You need to love me for me. Like, yo, cool. Somebody's gonna love you. That's nice. But you out here, you ate yourself into obesity, but you bitter because nobody wants you because you gain weight. You ate yourself into being out of shape and you bitter and you want people to feel sorry for you and to get you back in shape. Being bitter hasn't helped you. If you so angry and so bitter, why don't you take that energy and get yourself up and take yourself to the gym? Take yourself on a walk. Take yourself on a jog. Take yourself on a ride in the park. Do something. Get off your butt and get moving. If you so upset, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, a lot of y'all just bitter for no reason. There's too many people out here who I'm upset. I'm mad because I didn't get my way. You a spoiled brat. You was a spoiled brat as a child. You was a spoiled brat as a teenager. You a spoiled brat as an adult, and you mad that the whole world ain't gonna kiss your butt. And until everybody kisses my butt and say I'm the most beautiful, greatest, special, super thing in the world, I'm just gonna be mad. Don't nobody care. Nobody cares about that. I'm mad because life ain't perfect. Life ain't perfect for nobody. Shut up. You got people in the world who are doing more with less than what you have. Who are doing more coming from a worse circumstance than you came from. Thanks, fam. Who are doing more with less people with nobody in their corner, nobody who got their back. And you bitter because everybody need to form like Voltron to push you and propel you to the perfect life you want. Because if they don't, you know, the world failed you and you're bitter. The world don't owe you nothing, man. Being bitter hasn't helped you. And some of y'all, and I hate to say this, some of y'all are bitter and y'all very dysfunctional and destructive, and y'all use being bitter as a reason to be destructive and dysfunctional. That don't make sense. I'm mad, so I'm gonna go try to hurt somebody that or destroy somebody or sabotage somebody or set somebody up who never did anything to me, by the way, but I'm just mad at life. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna stab this person in the back. Ooh, that's gonna make me feel better because I want the people to feel like I feel. How you feel? You're a brat. No, maybe have you ever considered the fact that people don't feel like how you feel because they're not spoiled and entitled like you? Some of y'all are too spoiled and too entitled to even be bitter in the first place. Being bitter hasn't helped y'all. And some folks out here, some of y'all are bitter on the internet as avatars, and I'm gonna tell you the problem with that. You're mad at yourself because you quit on yourself, and you're gonna get on the internet as some imaginary avatar and be somebody you're not. And then you get mad when you finally meet a person who's everything that you could have been, but they are that. And you get mad at them. I wanted to be in shape. And how did you get in shape? Hey man, I got sick and tired of being weak and out of shape and unhealthy. So I took that anger and I made myself into this. Well, everybody can't do that. Yes, they can. You know, how did you become successful? I really can't tell you how I became successful. I was angry. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I just started grinding. And I was grinding. I took all that anger in life and I was grinding every day. And somehow it grew into something. I became more successful than I was. I put my head down and I worked for years and years and years. And then I had a breakthrough. Everybody can't do that. That's not true. You know, but a lot of folks are just bitter. Like, I wish I could do that. You ain't got to wish you could do it. Just do it. That's what it is. A lot of y'all ain't got to, y'all wishing to be something when y'all can just get up and be that. The only thing holding when we are talking about adults, y'all bitterness is holding y'all back because you give yourself an excuse to not do it. You know what? I don't really want to do it because, you know, ain't nothing gonna happen. I ain't gonna get rich. I ain't gonna get famous. People not gonna know me. It's not gonna blow up. Why should I do it? The last time I tried something, I quit. You know, the last time I tried something, somebody, you know, cut me off at the knees. Maybe they did. What's that got to do with the next time you try something? I just can't take the heartbreak over and over again. You know what? I dig people who can't take heartbreak over and over again. Sometimes you need to take a break. I get that. But for you folks that's bitter, that's not what it is. You folks that's bitter, y'all ain't doing nothing but being bitter. Y'all bitter people, and then y'all want relationships with people, and y'all bitter, and then y'all want to be bitter in a relationship. And be like, you need to work with me. Why? Why? Your bitterness is not bringing another person happiness. Your bitterness is not bringing another person peace. Your bitterness is not bringing another person, you know, love and understanding. Your bitterness is not bringing anything better to anybody's life. It ain't doing nothing for your life. You're actually trying to meet people who ain't bitter so they can fix you. You know? Exactly. But folks out here bitter. I'm mad. So what? Some of y'all don't even have a reason to be mad. Because some of the people who I'm mad and it sucks and that sucks and da 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 da. I don't get. So who gives a damn? Because you made up in your mind that you was gonna be mad because you made up the circumstances. A lot of y'all being upset and bitter is because you quote unquote manifested your bitterness. You did something and you sabotaged it in your own mind. This ain't gonna be what I want. This ain't gonna be the end all be all. I don't really like it like that. I ain't really gonna give my 100%. This ain't really, man, this is some BS. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. And then you walk off and you quit, and then you see somebody successful because they actually committed themselves to the process. And then you turn around, I could have been great. I could have been this. I could have been that. I don't know why they that and I'm not that, because you're a fucking quitter. That's why. And now you bitter because you realize all that negative talk that you told yourself and made you quit on yourself. You saw somebody who didn't talk to themselves like that and they became successful. They became everything you wanted to be. So that bitterness ain't helped you nothing at all. I've seen people have cancer and fight their way back. I've seen people, have cancer and just say, "I quit. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm done." And some of those people that fought, they weren't quitters. And some of those people that said, "I'm done," they fought it, beat it, and had it again, and it came back stronger. And it was like, I ain't got nothing left right now. That's it. But even they weren't bitter. They were hurt. Because everybody doesn't want to die prematurely. But some of y'all are wasting your whole life being bitter. Do you know how stupid it looks when you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old and all you got is your own bitterness? That's it. That's it. That's all you got. They did. I'm sick of them. You know what I'm saying? In 1984, they did this to me, and I'll never forgive them. Yo, fine. Never forgive them. But could you move on, please? Could you actually live your life, please? People just bitter for no reason. You see it online. I get it. The person you wanted didn't want you. I get it. Cool. It happens. But damn, can you meet somebody else? That's not the only person on the planet. Can you meet somebody else? It's not as easy as you think. It is as easy as I think. A lot of times what it is you don't want to, there's too many people out here who are cowardly. I'm scared. Guess what? Successful people are scared too. Guess what? Courageous people are scared too. Guess what? People who how can I say this? Winners in life are scared too, but they don't let their fear paralyze them. They don't say, you know what, I'm so scared, I'm just not gonna do it. They're gonna say, I'm scared, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I'm nervous, but I gotta do it. I'm hurt, but I gotta do it. I'm not 100%, but I gotta do it. All these bitter people, I'm hurt, I can't do it. I'm scared, I can't do it. I'm nervous, I can't do it. And then you bitter because it wasn't the perfect circumstance when it was time to show up. The stars didn't align when it was time to show up. When it was time to be everything you wanted to be, or at least attempt it. Now you bitter because everything didn't happen. The moment didn't, I didn't have my superhero origin story the time that I just woke up out of bed and everything was supposed to go right. It don't work like that. Grow up. It don't work like that. Stop being bitter because it don't get you nowhere. A lot of folks are out here waiting on their superhero origin story because they feel like life owes them so much that it's only gonna work when they get up one morning and everything is perfect. Fine, if you wait for your one perfect day, it's gonna happen for all of us. All of us have that one perfect day. Here's the problem though. You think I'm gonna wait 10 years for it? You think I'm gonna wait 20 years for it? You think I'm gonna wait 30 or 40 years for it? No. I'm gonna get up every day. Every day I'm alive and I'm gonna work on it. And when that perfect day happens, yes. But guess what? After that perfect day is gone, that was your perfect day. Bye. You can always say you had one, but all other days ain't going to be perfect. Get used to it. People out here tripping. Mad for no reason. Bitter for no reason. Hateful for no reason. Spiteful for no reason. Vindictive for no reason. Look at that. Out here putting bots out for no reason. Yeah. Let me see if I could. There we go. See this stuff? This is what happens when, oh, hold up. I know what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. Anyway, people are vindictive and spiteful for no reason. They do stuff with no rhyme or reason. All they know is I'm mad. Children act like that. I'm mad. I was playing the video game. I'm mad. I'm bitter that I lost the last game, so I'm going to throw the controller into the TV because I'm mad. What about everybody else in the family that want to watch TV? I'm mad. I'm bitter. What did it get you? Did you try harder because you were bitter? No. Did you fix the mistakes you made because you were bitter? No. Ain't nothing worse in the world than a sore loser that don't want to compete. And that's what being bitter for no reason is. You a sore loser who don't want to compete. And a lot of times when I'm talking, the reason I'm talking about this is because a lot of times what happens is people who are bitter, they become useless, they become sore losers, they become quitters. And the thing they want to do, if you've ever played any type of sport or worked in any type of group, whether it be at school or job capacity, and you've been around a bitter person, they become sorry. And what do they do the most? They get on a team and do little to nothing and have everybody else breaking their neck and breaking their back because they're bitter, because they're hateful, because they're quitters, because they're lazy, and nothing's ever going to work the way I want it to, so I don't want to do nothing. But everybody else got to pick up the slack for them. It's funny how bitter people don't do nothing, but they want to get around a bunch of people who do everything. So being bitter don't help you. Nobody want to be around a bitter friend. Nobody want to be around a bitter family member. No kids don't want to be around bitter parents, and parents don't want to be around bitter children. And I'm talking about people who really, in truth, like some people have a reason to be bitter, but the vast majority of people nowadays don't really have a real reason to be bitter. They're just childish. So how does it help you? That's the origin story of a lot of you player haters out here. I don't like you. Why? Why you don't like them? Do you don't like that person because of principles? Because they don't have the principles that you think a good person will have, or do you don't like this person because you don't have the principles that they have? It's a difference. It's a big difference. So, to me, it's like, man, it's BS, man. It becomes BS because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. And the truth is, if your bitterness is not fuel for the fire to become better, it's a waste. It's a waste. It's a waste. When you hang around people, that's just how I am. That's just how I talk. Well, that's just how you gonna be over there, because I ain't never hanging around you. Not. You ever been around somebody who dumb but never wanted to get smarter, and they go everywhere being dumb? It's a drain. It's a drain. I don't know. Why you don't know that? What's going on? What is that? The sign is right there, man. It says this, and this. I ain't see it. What the hell was you looking at? I don't remember. Why don't you tell me? I'm not telling your stupid ass nothing. Tired of going places because you want to be stupid everywhere you go. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call all my smart friends, and I could go, and we're gonna meet up, and I could be stupid around them, and they're gonna pick up the slack for me. No, that's the same thing with bitter friends. I'm gonna call my happy friends, and they gonna, I'm gonna call my friend that's fun loving. I'm gonna call my friend that know what to do. I'm gonna call my smart friend. I'm gonna call my, my friend that know how to network, and we gonna hang out and da 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 da. What's happening, dog? And everybody gonna make it up for me. Like, hey, shut up. How you doing? Happy guy. I'm happy guy. Who? Smart guy. Smart guy. Who's this guy? That's bitter guy. How you doing, bitter guy? Shut up. What you mad about? People forget when they had the Smurfs and the damn Seven Dwarfs. One of them was always angry for no reason. That's who people are. Bitter for no reason. Good morning. Shut up. What? Are you hungry? I hope you die. What is your problem? What happened to you? You just don't understand. I understand if you tell me a story that don't make sense, I'm gonna hit you upside the head with a bottle, and I'm gonna give you. When we were children, when I was a child, they had this phrase: "If you crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry about." Because when you were a child and you got in trouble and you got your butt whooped, and you started crying because you got a whipping, you wasn't crying for what you did to get the whipping. You was crying while you was getting the whipping. Shut up, because I'm gonna give you something to cry about. I'm really gonna tend to your ass now. What you crying for now? That's the problem with bitter people. Give them something to be bitter about, because they ain't bitter for. When they tell you the reason why they bitter, it makes no sense. No sense. People will tell you, hey man, this is what happened with human beings. Two people get together, somebody does right by a person and somebody does wrong. The person that does wrong walks off into the sunset like we are the champions. They happy about it. And the person that did right and got stabbed in the back is hurt. But as time goes on, that person, if they keep moving forward, they wind up better off than the person that stabbed them in the back. And the person that stabbed them in the back, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we just start over? No. But when people get bitter, and the crazy part about it is when some people do people wrong and they're mad. Don't be around people, and this is why I say being bitter hasn't helped you. There's some bitter people in the world who are bitter, and they're bitter for whatever reason. And they do dirty stuff to people because they bitter, and they're mad that they don't get beef. Like, why don't you respond to me in an evil way? And sometimes people got to tell them, I'm gonna tell you why I don't respond to you in an evil way. Because you're bitter. What does that mean? What it means is I'm not gonna waste my time beating your miserable ass. How about that? Because if I beat your miserable ass, then you're gonna have a bitter origin story. I don't know why that person did that to me, and I got to fight. I got to fight all my life, and I'm fighting for my justice and my freedom because nobody will ever do that to me. You're never gonna tell people you started all of it. That's why sometimes when they say crush people, crush them thoroughly and completely, because some people are just bitter people who pick fights with the world to finally find a fight, to finally have a reason to be bitter. It don't help people. Some of y'all are like, some people are so bitter that if you ever went out with a family member or on a date and you went out to a restaurant and you went out with a person who don't know what they want, but they want every goddamn thing on the menu, I don't like that. I don't want that. What you got? What is that? What is that dish? I like that, but I don't like that. Could you make that like that and with a little bit of like that? And could you take, I don't want the size from this dish. Could you put the size from that dish on that dish, but don't have them like you said it? I don't like stuff sauteed. Could you sear it? I don't like my mashed potatoes mashed. Could you whip them for me? When you're sitting there looking at a person like, yo, you ain't even paying for this shit. I'm not finna sit here for 7 hours because you want the world to cater to you because you that bitter in life. Fuck you. Matter of fact, get us some fries and some fucking burgers. Not finna sit here with your dumb ass because you mad at the world. That's what bitter people do. I used to tell friends when I was younger, in my 20s, we'd go out to nightclubs and people go, IHOP and shit like that at nighttime at 2 a.m. the Waffle House, and they be, could I want it like this and like this, and I don't like my eggs like eggs, and I don't like my pancakes like pancakes, and I don't like my waffles waffly, and I'd be like, look, bitch, shut up before you spitting all our food. Okay, you being an asshole right now. You're bitter. I don't care that the person that you like didn't dance with you tonight. You didn't get no numbers. Oh, you thought you was cute, but didn't nobody else think you was cute. Now you want to go around bossing around people at 2, 3, 4 in the morning because you want to feel like something. Some of y'all don't get. Bitter doesn't help y'all. Bitter doesn't help y'all. I'm about to be trifling. Bitter don't help y'all when y'all mad and want to have sex. You ever had sex with a bitter person? It's not a good experience. I'm gonna be honest with you. Have sex with a bitter person. Have sex with a bitter person, you're gonna be like, what the heck? Why? What is this? If a woman is too bitter and the man ain't never done nothing to me, and you have good sex with her, she might have a meltdown and cry in the middle of the sex. Nobody ever loved me like this. I can't believe it. Don't never leave me. You don't understand what I've been through. It's horrible. You around somebody mean, choke me, smack me on the back of the head, kick me in my ribs. Yeah. Beat it up. They sound like them Kevin Gates songs. Being over, get down on your toe, put it all in your. It's not a fun experience because they too bitter. They want, they want S&M love. Like, no, I'm not about to put a Rambo knife to your throat and say, shut up, I'll kill you to turn you on. Because you're bitter. It doesn't help anybody. It drives people nuts. You know what I'm saying? It just drives people nuts. Being bitter don't help nobody. You ever actually tried to help make a bitter person happy? Do you know how hard that is? And some of y'all don't get it. Y'all mad, just mad. I'm mad. I'm mad at what? I'm mad at my parents. Okay, be mad at your parents. No problem. Do you live with your parents? No. Do you have to go see them? No. Shit, I wouldn't be that mad then. I'd be moved. I'll move. After that. You don't like your family? I don't like my family. Move. You ain't got to do that. If they make you so angry, leave them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats who be in the streets and they be. My bad. A lot of cats who are in the streets are bitter. You know what I'm saying? They did that to my homeboy. They did that to my feet. They did that to this. You remember this? You remember that? You know what they did to this person, that person? Shut up. What you bitter for? Can't nobody do that to us, man. Whatever, man. I'm talking about dudes too. People out here bitter for no reason. And that don't make common sense. If you're in a mean environment, if you're in a bitter environment, if you're in a miserable environment, and you stay there, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. People are so bitter now. Being bitter is like a straight man walking in the gay club and mad that they're in the gay club. Look at this. I can't believe. I know this man ain't next to me with tights on and booty shorts. Look at this dude right here. I know you ain't standing on the table trying to put your stuff up in my face. I know. I don't know, bartender. I know you just trying to flirt with me. Y'all out of y'all mind. No, leave, fool. The more you there, the more it seems like you want to be there. I was in the bathroom and they were looking at my meat. You know where you at, right? Yeah. But they ain't, I ain't got to leave. You ain't got to leave. Oh, so you want to stay? They need to know I'm straight. Yeah, they gonna. They're gonna know it's gonna be some straight wood in your ass at the end of the night because you stayed. That's what they're gonna know. Because a lot of people bitter to just be bitter. You don't have to be. It's a choice, man. It's a choice. Y'all bitter for no reason. Y'all stand bitter for no reason. It's a choice. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Don't it's hold on. I'm getting calls and whatnot. My bad. Yeah. She'll know. But a lot of that bitterness is crazy. A lot of y'all just, I'm mad. I'm mad at the world. No, dog. I remember when I was a teenager, I was playing in a game. I was playing in a football game. And I'm not even on front. When I was younger, I was angry. I was destructive. And I used to love sports. I used to love football. I used to love wrestling, right? I ain't really love wrestling like that, but I love football because it was physical. And I really like boxing and fighting, but we couldn't box. But but I like wrestling when I was able to get in the ring per se. But make a long story short, I used to say I love football because it's a legal way to try to kill somebody. You gave me padding and a helmet, and I ran track, so I was faster than you. Gave me the opportunity to knock your head smooth off and walk and go home. Yes, thank you, Jesus. I've been waiting all year to knock a motherfucker out. When is the game? There was a game I was cussing at a Catholic school. We played a Catholic school. It was their home game. The whole stadium heard me saying some ungodly things on the Catholic school football field. The coach called me to the side. He's like, what's wrong with you? I said a bunch of shit that didn't have nothing to do with football. Because I was able to get my frustrations out. I was mad and I was bitter. And I learned it. I said, man, this is beautiful. You could be mad at life. And some kid with bright and bushy eyes come through having fun, and you could knock their ass into the multiverse. And they could cry and quit and snot come out their nose. And you make their tongue click the mouthpiece, and they almost swallow their tongue. And then you see them tear up and they go, I don't want to do this no more. You go like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. And I realized something along that. We knew a lot of people who were mad at life and bitter, but if you hit them, they quit. And I say that, I'm about to say this. I saw something on social media. I saw the celebrity basketball games, and they had 21 Savage, and they fouled them too hard on the basketball. I quit. And the first thing that happened in my mind is, that's why I don't like you gangster rap niggas, because y'all bitches. Y'all bitter and mad for no reason. When somebody put an elbow on your punk ass, I don't want to do this no more. Y'all, I'll kill somebody. Shut your whole ass up. It's ridiculous. People out here doing whole shit all the time, and they bitter for life. But if you get it out your system, that's why you see people lift weights. That's why you see people box. That's why you see people run. That's why you see people do jiu-jitsu. That's why you see people paint. That's why you see people do all kinds of things. They get it all out. But when you just sit there and you like, I'm just mad. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad. When you mad for no reason, because at a certain point, you're getting mad. You're staying mad just because you're mad. You're bitter. Like you ever, boy, I'm about to be trifling. I'm about to say a few things that I can't bleep out. I remember I had a homeboy. He's still my homeboy. He was young. He said, man, I'm praying. I pray for things. I was like, what you praying for? I pray that God give me a bigger dick. And I was like, what? It's like, man, shut the hell up. He's like, I just don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to satisfy my woman better than me. I need to pray to God. And I thought about it. I said, what the hell is going on in people's heads? Because there are people out here who are bitter because they're thinking, like he was ahead of the time in this ridiculousness. Like there are people in the world who will hurt, who would steal your woman in the bedroom. And you're gonna be bitter because he destroyed her. He went deeper than I could ever go. And so you're bitter for life. You're bitter for life. And I was like, yo. And what he said was ridiculous. It was stupid. And I laughed and I clowned him. But I was like, oh my God, people are crazy. I had my little cousin. God rest his soul. We were me, him, and his brother was out kicking it. And we was about to go kick it. And he said, I don't want to hang out with y'all. I was like, what you talking about? I don't want to hang out with y'all. And that's when people used to wear polo shirt. And he said, y'all work out. Y'all got shoulders and chest in y'all polo shirt. I don't want to hang out with y'all. Y'all make me feel insecure because I ain't got no shoulders and I ain't got no chest. And my polo shirt look kind of floppy and y'all's look like y'all swole. The people don't hang out with people like that. And I was like, what? And his brother was like, he's like, what? Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that people felt some type of way when you see people who fit clothes and in shape and people not in shape? I was like, no. Who the hell would you think people are going around like that? You're like, you're being bitter. You're being petty for no reason. You're making up shit. We went to go party, eat some wings, have some drinks, maybe laugh a little bit and dance with some chicks. Nobody gives a damn about if a polo fit your shoulders and your chest. But when you bitter, you make shit up. And it's like, okay, whatever. People do petty, bitter shit. Excuse me. But so when you bitter, like it don't help. And I remember we talked to him. He was like, look, man, if you got an issue with your weight and how you look, work out. How about that? Like, we go working out all the time. Come on, like get in the car and come with us to the gym. Not a big deal. You know, it's like, yo, we tripping, you know, but when you bitter, it don't help. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say in a lot of different ways how people don't realize being bitter just doesn't help them because it doesn't do anything. You know, or it makes you crazy. Like I remember, boy, I'm about to say something. I remember I was. Some of y'all don't have these kind of friends. I don't know. So, if you got cool, they have friends that are groups that like we would do holidays together. You know, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. Like people are single or whatever. And everybody come together and kick it. And this year was like on my homegirl's house that year. And she had it was a get together on July 4th. And the chick was mad at black men. Was mad at black men. I'll never forget it. One chick, she's tall and thick. One chick, she's average size and she's sexy. And the black chick that was American, like Africans, because she and black men with gold teeth. That was her only two options. It's the only two kind of people she liked. And the other one was the African wanted to date Americans because she had an African boyfriend, and his African family told him that he can't date her because they weren't of the same tribe. Like, you know, he was Igbo, she was something else. So now she just wanted to date American black men. But they were sitting there and we talking. And they talking to me, and I'm laughing. I'm like, boy, y'all show a little bitter, man. Y'all need to get over it. And it's like, you wouldn't even talk to us because we're dark. And I looked and I laughed at him. I said, man, let me tell y'all something. Only reason I don't talk to y'all is because we friends. And because I would talk to both of y'all, and I smash both of y'all today. You know, ain't got nothing to do with dog. Y'all good enough for me. And they froze. And at that point, they was like, I was like, you didn't realize you let your own head talk you out of getting this good loving. But it was funny because people did that. You know, people got bitter. When you get bitter, you say, you know, oh, this ain't gonna work and that ain't gonna work and that person like this. And then it became, oh, for real? It was like, yeah. Like I got homeboys I used to hang out with. Boy, it's about to be trifling. So, boy, I don't even know how to say this. Boy, this sucks. So, don't ever have a bitter single friend around a player single friend. I'm gonna preface that when I say this, because the bitterness ain't do nothing for you. So, one of our bitter single friends could never get nobody because they was bitter. And one of our single friends that was a player because was just getting them left and right. The bitter friend was the friend that was like, he would say the wrong girl name on purpose. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? How you doing, Jackie? My name ain't Jackie. Oh yeah, I forgot. Man, she looked just like that other chick that you had. Really, bro? That's what we doing? Really? Really? You gonna play stupid? And I thought she was da. You know, or the bitter friend will be like, I had a homeboy when I was younger. He was the wingman. So he got the second tier chick. Okay. All right. I'm getting a message, so my bad. He was the wingman, so he got the second tier chick. So he got bitter being the wingman. He would do. There was one experience that let me know how trifling people will go if they bitter. So, homeboy got a fine chick. He got an all right chick. I know these chicks. I ain't even hanging with them. I actually knew the chicks first. I introduced them chicks to them. So what he did was he didn't like the chick. So he wanted to go to the finer chick that the other guy was dating. Well, he wasn't even dating. They were just hanging out. So they in a room getting erotic. He sneaks into their room and tries to make it a threesome. And the girl packs up and leaves. She's like, I can't hang out with this fool. That fool a hater, man. You can't even sleep with, you can't even have sex with this person because he gonna come in the room because he wanted to. This type of things that bitter people do because I'm mad that I'm not the A1 guy, so I'm gonna sneak and I'm gonna get your chick while you with the chick. Bitter people do stupid stuff. I've been around people who are bitter, and sometimes people who aren't bitter are hanging around people who are bitter, and they're like, look, man, life is better than what you think. You never been around a bitter person? Yeah, dog. Yeah. You know, you ever been around, I've been around bitter people who this person feels like life is over with and they bitter and they mad at life and they're not succeeding. And this person is highly successful. So let me you know what? They're trying to take you out with them to show you, hey, man, you could turn it around. Look at all these people who are successful in all these different ways. You could be one of these people. But what they do is diss everybody there. Oh, you because of this and you because of that and you because of this and you because of that. And then it's like, dog, you so bitter. People are trying to expose you to new people and new opportunities and new circles that can actually make you more successful. What you said you wanted to be with your bitter self. And you came here disrespecting everybody, can't bring you back. It don't help. And I've seen the other people who decide that I've seen them wreck. I've seen people wreck people's Lamborghinis, Mercedes, BMWs. I'm talking about wrecking. I'm talking about stripping the whole passenger side off. What is your issue? I've seen people take people's jewelry because they were bitter, but they wanted to feel successful. So they went out and did stuff with other people's stuff that they don't do. Get people robbed. I just want being bitter. I just wanted to feel rich. Why did you go out with $100,000 worth of jewelry on and get robbed? And that's not even your jewelry. But you got insurance? No, I don't have insurance because the insurance is for me, not for you, dummy. I can't tell the insurance company that you took my jewelry and you went out with it and you wanted to floss and you got jacked. They don't insure that. I can't tell the insurance company that you wanted to ball out in my car. Sorry, freaking Amber Alert hit. But you can't tell people that. But they're bitter. And the reason I'm saying these bitter people, they don't do nothing, because some of them bitter people did that on purpose. That's what I mean. Some bitter people do things on purpose to hurt other people. I've seen people who were bitter, Me Too people, before the Me Too movement even happened. Look, man, I know you got it like that. Could you give me like $40,000? I got a business idea. I can't do that because you got an idea. You drunk. You ain't even telling me nothing. You just telling me to give you the money. It don't even make sense. You got to give me a business plan or something. All right, whatever. You ain't really down like that. Next week, such and such, sexually assaulted me. You Now I need $80,000. I'm not making up what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Bitter people, it don't help them. This is the type of stuff they do. And then they burn bridges with people because of stuff like this. Being bitter don't help people. It just don't. It isolates you. I've seen bitter people steal people's fairly heirloom wedding rings and pawn them. Don't make no sense. And when I say seeing all this stuff, I don't hang around these people. I seen the fallout. I didn't hang around these people. Nah, not you. But I had to be there for the fallout. Like, what happened? Da-da-da-da-da. Who did it? Told you they was like that. Being bitter don't help nobody. It don't. A lot of people don't get a lot of people want to hide behind being bitter. Man, ain't nothing worse in my life than I've seen. I've seen a bitter person know that their time is up in life and have a realization that I wasted the bulk of my life being angry. And they knew they couldn't turn it around because they only had a week or two to live. You know how wild that is? You know how messed up that is? Nobody's telling you, be Bobby McFerrin, don't worry, be happy all the time. But don't worry, don't be bitter all the time. It don't work, man. It just don't work. Even if you're a person fueled by anger, you'll find out that after a while, just making yourself angry enough to do it, that becomes a hard task. You get tired of that. But those people who use anger as fuel, people who are bitter can't do that. They just bitter on top of bitter on top of bitter on top of bitter on top of bitter. So it's worthless. It's really worthless. Being bitter is a worthless emotion. You ain't never find a bitter person in your life that you like, I want to be just like them. They're inspiring. No. Hell no. But I'm going to get up out of here. I got things to do. I got places to go and people to do. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Go ahead and listen to the music. Peace.
It looks like a job for Superman.
Do this,
Spoken from the lips of the young or the old, there are many.
Yeah. Gotta put it all in.
And there are Superman.
All the way.
I guess I'm taking off the cake through the glasses in the trash. Being super is great, saving y'all is such a drag. Even God took a break, me I ain't coming back. I got one life to live, if you don't like it, that's your ass. Cause nobody saved me, plus when I'm broke, I'm just a peon. mixed with salt, mixed with Freon. They got me pissed off, but that's better than being peed on. For eons, human beings took kindness for weakness. When you constipated, you start to appreciate shit. Put before you life and death, and you just gotta choose. The kryptonite life means you should follow the rules. If your credit's messed up or your bills ain't paid, then it's getting disconnected. Can't nobody say the day. And I could fly, leave a building in a single bound, but I can't stand fair weather friends, and I just fly around. My super friends is Justice League. Only folk I kick it with. Kill Lex Luthor, so what? We had to finish it. Kids play games and adults play for keeps. And me, I play to win, but I ain't playing in these streets. And life is not a joke. Then again, it ain't this serious. Superman can say the day, but God can say the Superman.